Hi, broadcasting not live from Mazatlan, Mexico, Christmas Eve. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Isn't this beautiful? It's about 70 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, next to the ocean on Christmas Eve. But for me, Christmas has not always been this good. I didn't know what I was going to do for this special Christmas video, but then I got a very special message this morning from my mentor, and the mentor said, tell them this story. If you watch the entire video, this is going to be a very moving message. It's about the miracles that can happen to people on Christmas, and this miracle happened to me. When I was a student at Dartmouth College, I did an internship in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I stayed for 9 weeks at a brownstone on Jackson Avenue. I stayed in this brownstone with about 30 other students from Dartmouth, and we all had internships, and my internship was at a juvenile diversion project. I was making hardly any money, and all of my students were at a school. It didn't really seem like a school, but the school was in a brownstone also with about 30 students. All of them were under 15, but over the age of 12. I'd never seen teenagers like this before in my entire life. And inner city Jersey City, I'd never lived anything like that in my entire life. There were lots of bums and winos and heroin addicts hanging out on the street on the corner where we were staying in our brownstone. The director of our program, I still remember her name, it was Honey Kaplan, and she was a recovered heroin addict. One day she took us to a methadone maintenance rehab center, and we went and we got to see all the people coming in to get their methadone. And I didn't really understand it, but all of these people looked like just normal, regular people, but they had all been addicted to heroin. At the school where I was teaching, it was boys and girls between the ages of 12 and 15. Some of them were drug dealers. Some of them were prostitutes. Some of them had been really abused by their parents and were on the edge of starvation. All of my students were black or Puerto Rican. I didn't realize how privileged my life was until one night I was out on a Tuesday night at 12:30. Me and my friend that I was sharing a room with, we were out looking for marijuana on the streets of Jersey City. So again, it's 12:30 at night, and I looked out and there's one of my students, Clarence Noel. I remember how he looks, I remember his name. Clarence Noel, and he says, Mr. Lewis, how are you doing? And it hit me instantly. It was Tuesday night, 12:30 at night, and I thought to myself, on a Tuesday night at 12:30 at night, when I was in Columbus, Ohio with my family, where was I? I was always at home, most likely in bed. I got to tell you this part. And then I'm going to move ahead to the miracle part of this story. But I was teaching, and this school was in a brownstone. It had little skinny hallways going from classroom to classroom. One day I entered the class. I was going to a different room to teach another class, and these two little girls stopped me. I couldn't get by them in the hallway, and they said to me, Mr. Lewis, if you want to get through this hallway, you're going to have to drop your drawers. I'm thinking, what? I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to say. I don't think I said anything. But I'm thinking, these two little girls, you know, what? What? I became very attached to my students, and the program ended, but the school season was still going to go on until the day before Christmas. So I decided to stay in the brownstone. I'd be there all by myself. I wasn't going to get paid, but I wanted to be with my students through Christmas Eve. So I did it. I was very happy. I loved my students. I learned so much about life. But the thing is, I didn't have any money. I didn't have any food. And I was living at the school where I was teaching. They had lunches every day. So what I would do is I would take Jell-O home with me, and I was living on Jell-O. That was cool. I could live on Jell-O, but I was getting kind of lonely. Jersey City, it was the inner city, a lot of people, a lot of poverty, a lot of winos, a lot of heroin addicts. It was a life I had never experienced ever. Now, Dartmouth College is an Ivy League school with mostly white people taking classes there, but there were about 350 black students. All the black students knew each other pretty well. The school year ended, Christmas came, I got up in the morning. Actually, I got up and then I ate my last piece of Jell-O, and I was really hungry, but I had no money. I didn't have a dime. So I'm in the brownstone and I decided to take a walk. Something said, get out of the house, go walk around. And that's what I did. And that's when the miracle happened. So I'm walking around the ghetto of Jersey City, really hungry, no money, lots of people, and it's Christmas Day. And I look up and there's Boo. Boo. Okay, so who is Boo? Well, black people at Dartmouth, we all gave each other nicknames. And this was a black guy at Dartmouth College. He's like 6'4", and this guy was black. I think they nicknamed him Blue because he was black as nighttime. Really happy guy, and he looked down at me and he said, Bill Lewis, how you doing? I said, Boo, what's happening? I said, Boo, what are you doing? What are you doing? He says, this is where I live. I said, where are you going? I'm going to Gary Wright's house. Gary Wright was another black student at Dartmouth College. It just so happened that he lived in Jersey City also with his family. Boo told me, yeah, Gary Wright, his mom is making a big dinner. You want to come with me? I said, yeah, and off we went to Gary Wright's house. We get to Gary Wright's house, his mom's there, all his brothers and sisters and some friends of Boo, and she had a big dinner. She had more food than any of all of us could eat. Fried chicken, greens, stuffing, mashed potatoes, homemade rolls. She had all the food and we ate like kings and queens. And then at the end of the meal, Mrs. Wright asked me, Bill, you want to take some food home with you? I said, yeah. Miracles do happen. That miracle really happened to me. Christmas is a very special time for miracles to occur, but you have to let them happen, and once they happen, you have to cherish them, and then you have to carry them with you throughout the rest of your life. Christmas is a miraculous time of year. Leave a comment, tell us what you think, and if you like the video, click the like button and please click the share button. Thank you for watching. We have many more videos to come. I'm Bill the Geek, and we'll see you in the next video.